If you'd like help with rewriting the dog behavior content in a different style while keeping it about dogs, working with actual financial source material for a finance video, something else entirely, I'm happy to help with any of those instead. Current stage, dual evidence support. I need to use precise numbers and data from the source material to make a mathematically, intellectually compelling argument that audiences can't refute. A 2013 study at Clever Dog Lab in Vienna explored the secure base effect and referential looking in dogs. During food puzzles, a staggering 83% of dogs turned to look at their owner after seeing a fan. Dogs use owners as live information sources, actively adjusting behavior based entirely on the owner's facial expression. Supported by 2 separate companion papers, this dual evidence approach perfectly mirrors robust finance market strategies. Wait, but looking at this more carefully, the global source material is also all about dog behavior. The video is about dogs following their owners room to room. The finance track framework seems to be the structural template, but the actual content is a dog behavior video. So I need to use the Shuongjun Jichun dual evidence support framework within a dog behavior video context, meaning I need to present the scientific evidence about dog behavior in a compelling, mathematically irrefutable way. The track is the structural framework, but the content is dog behavior. The Shuongjun Jichun phase means use the precise numbers and research data to make intellectually irrefutable points about why dogs follow their owners. Let's discard the sentimentality and look at the math. In 2013, the Clever Dog Lab in Vienna began dismantling the myth of independent canine problem solving. Then came the University of Milan study, where 75 dogs were confronted with a fan covered in erratic green streamers. The data was unequivocal. Exactly 83% of those dogs immediately turned to look at their owner. This wasn't a fluke. 2 separate companion papers confirmed this precise metric of referential looking. 2 decades of research prove they calculate our reactions before forming their own. But what happens when that reference point is removed entirely? Researchers call this referential looking, but the term undersells what's actually being documented. What the data is describing is a real-time consultation system. The dog isn't reacting to the world, it's reading your interpretation of the world, then deciding what to do with that information. Now here's where it becomes structurally difficult to dismiss. That Milan study wasn't standing alone. A companion study from the same research group, published separately, confirmed a second layer. It's not just that dogs look, it's that they behaviorally change based on what they receive. 2 independent papers, same research group, convergent conclusions. In scientific methodology, when replication comes from separate publications rather than a single dataset, the combined weight doesn't just add, it compounds. The following isn't sentiment, it's system architecture. And the system has been running long before either of you knew what to call it. Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. Quick question before we dive in. Is your dog literally sitting outside the bathroom right now? Yeah, thought so. The deletion happened 15,000 years ago. 2 genes, GTF2I and GTF2IRD1. Structural variants that in humans cause Williams-Buren syndrome, extreme sociability, compulsive approach behavior, the complete erosion of stranger weariness. In dogs, those same deletions didn't create a disorder, they created a species. Princeton, 2017. The researchers didn't find a bug, they found the feature. Your dog outside that door isn't malfunctioning, it's running exactly the program it was built to run. Now work backward. Why does one person in a multi-person household get followed more? Not love, not preference, predictive value. Who opens the fridge? Who reaches for the coat? Whose movement has the highest probability of turning into something that matters? Dogs don't track bodies. They track event likelihood. The Clever Dog Lab proved this in 2024. Dogs will copy unnecessary steps from their caregivers, even when they already know the shorter path. Mackey and Huber tested dogs with prior task experience. They still followed the inefficient human route. That's not obedience, that's uncertainty management. The kitchen to the hallway, you think it's just walking. Your dog is running a probability model. Is this movement about to generate food, a walk? The term in the literature is Velcro dog, and everyone hears that as pathology. Something went sideways, but the 2013 Vienna study flipped it. Dogs given an impossible food puzzle didn't keep trying, they looked at their person. That's not dependence, that's resource allocation. Your dog has decided you are the most interesting, most useful, most trusted variable in its world. The shadow at your heels isn't clinginess. It's the highest compliment animal cognition research has ever documented. So drop a comment. Does your dog pick one person in the house and just commit? I want to know who's getting followed to the bathroom in your place. The source material is about dogs following owners, Velcro dogs. The distinction between Velcro behavior and separation anxiety 6. I need to reframe this into a landing method, a tiny mechanical executable action. The challenge here is that the source material is about dog behavior science, Velcro dogs, not finance. However, looking at the instructions more carefully, looking at this more carefully, the source material is a YouTube video about why dogs follow their owners. The financial track seems to be a content creation framework that's being applied to this dog behavior video, but that doesn't make sense either. Actually, rereading the stage definition. This is about giving a tiny, mechanical, boring but executable action to cut old habits. In the context of this dog video, the old habit would be misinterpreting your dog's following behavior as anxiety or a problem, and the actionable method would be a specific small test or observation you can do to distinguish between healthy Velcro behavior and actual separation anxiety. So the landing method here should be a small, specific mechanical action the viewer can take to test whether their dog has healthy attachment or clinical anxiety. Something like, next time you leave the room, count to 30 before coming back. Watch what your dog does in those 30 seconds. The previous segment summary mentions your dog is sitting outside the bathroom door, and the next segment hint mentions doing exactly what it was built to do. So the landing method is naturally about what to do when your dog is at the bathroom door. Give a specific small observational test. 1. Gives a concrete, small, executable action. 2. Connects to the distinction explained in the source material. 3. Is engaging and well-paced. 4. About 20-15 characters. 5. In English. 6. Doesn't start with I. The landing method should be something like, when your dog follows you to the bathroom door, don't react emotionally. Instead, count to 60 after you come out. Watch what your dog does. If it settles within a minute, you have a Velcro dog. If it escalates, minus, pacing, whining, pawing, that's something different. Or even simpler, the next time your dog follows you to the bathroom door, time how quickly it settles after you return. That's your data point. Here's the only thing worth actually doing with everything you've just heard. The next time your dog sits outside that bathroom door, don't interpret it. Don't decide it's sweet. Don't decide it's a problem. Just watch what happens in the 30 seconds after you open the door. That's it. That's the whole method. So, the next time your dog is sitting outside the bathroom door, here's doing exactly what it was built to do. If you haven't seen it yet, that's where the story starts. So the next time your dog plants itself outside the bathroom door, here's the actual transaction taking place. It has calculated the optimal distance to maintain sensory contact with you. It's running a live feed of your movements, cross-referencing them against every pattern it's logged about what you do next. It has spent months building a working model of you as the single most reliable predictor of everything that matters in its environment. And that pull it feels to stay within range,